Welcome to our channel History of Coins, where we explore the hidden gems of numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of US state quarter-dollar coins, as some of these coins are rare and can make you rich overnight. In this video, we are gonna uncover the rarest coins and their values. So make sure to watch the complete video and find out if you have one of these. Now let's continue our today's video. Top 1 today, we're diving deep into the world of rare coins to uncover the mystery and magic of the 2015 United States Kisatchie National Forest Quarter. That's right, a regular-looking coin from your pocket change could be hiding a secret, a rare variant that has collectors on the edge of their seats and willing to pay eye-popping prices. So grab your magnifying glass, pull out your coin jar, and let's take a journey into what makes this particular quarter one of the most exciting finds in modern coin collecting. Let's start with a bit of backstory. The 2015 Kisatchie Quarter is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters series, launched by the United States Mint to celebrate national parks and landmarks across the country. Each coin in the series highlights a different piece of America's natural heritage, and the Kisatchie Quarter honors the stunning forest lands of Louisiana. Kisatchie National Forest is the only national forest in the state, a place filled with dense woodlands, wildlife, and deep southern charm. And on the quarter, this spirit comes to life through an incredible design. The reverse of the coin features a majestic wild turkey in flight, soaring above the long-leaf pines that make Kisatchie so iconic. The artistry is striking: feathers outstretched, trees below, and a sense of movement that seems to bring the turkey to life right there in your palm. It's a coin that doesn't just represent a place, it tells a story. But here's where things get really exciting. Not all 2015 Kisatchie quarters are created equal. While millions were minted for circulation, a tiny handful of them contain minting errors and unique variations that make them stand out, and that's exactly what collectors are going wild over. Some of these error coins feature what is known as a double die, where the design appears slightly doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process. Look closely at the lettering or the details on the turkey. Some coins have ghost-like shadows or overlapping images. Others have off-center strikes, die cracks, or planchet flaws, all of which are rare and dramatically increase a coin's value. Then there are those struck on the wrong metal or planchet. Imagine a quarter that looks like it was printed on a dime, or one that feels unusually light or heavy in your hand. These one-in-a-million minting mistakes turn an ordinary coin into an extraordinary collector's item. Now, why does this matter to you? Because these rare errors are often missed by the average person. They can be sitting quietly in your wallet, your piggy bank, or an old drawer in your home. They might be in your change from the gas station, or even in a roll of quarters from the bank. And for collectors, the thrill of the hunt is what makes it so addictive, finding that one rare coin, that hidden gem, that turns an everyday moment into a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. Over the years, word of these rare Kisatchie quarters has spread like wildfire in the numismatic world. Online auctions, private collectors, and rare coin shows have all seen bids climbing to incredible heights for pristine examples and error coins alike. These quarters are no longer just currency, they're conversation pieces, collectors' dreams, and in the rarest cases, life-changing discoveries. So what kind of value are we really talking about? Well, if you're lucky enough to find a 2015 Kisatchie quarter with one of these rare errors, in flawless, uncirculated condition, especially one with a significant double die or planchet error, then you're not just holding a coin. You're holding something potentially extraordinary. Believe it or not, one of these rare Kisatchie quarters has been valued at $79,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. $79,000 for a single quarter that you might already have in your collection without even realizing it. Let that sink in. 25 cents, potentially worth more than a brand new car, a down payment on a house, or even a once-in-a-lifetime vacation. And all it takes is a careful eye, a bit of curiosity, and a passion for the hidden stories behind everyday coins. So before you spend your change or roll up those quarters, take a closer look. That simple coin from 2015 might just be a rare masterpiece in disguise. And if you're lucky, it could be worth a fortune. Top 2, we're diving into a coin that's not only part of American history, but could actually be worth a small fortune. We're talking about the 1999 Pennsylvania State Quarter. And trust me, you'll want to hear this one all the way to the end. Now, let's set the stage. The year is 1999. The turn of the millennium is right around the corner. Everyone's buzzing about Y2K, and the United States Mint has just launched one of its most iconic and beloved series, the 50 State Quarters program. Each coin would honor one of the 50 states with a special reverse design. Pennsylvania was the second state to be released in the series, following Delaware. And wow, what a design it has. The reverse of the 1999 Pennsylvania quarter features the statue of the Commonwealth, an elegant, robed female figure standing proudly with one arm extended and the other holding a staff. Behind her is an outline of the state of Pennsylvania, and to the left, a keystone, symbolizing the state's nickname, the Keystone State. Beneath it all is the year 1787, the year Pennsylvania ratified the Constitution, along with the word virtue, liberty, independence, a powerful motto that's deeply embedded in the state's identity. So, it's already a coin rich in symbolism and history. But what makes this specific coin, minted in 1999, potentially worth tens of thousands of dollars? Let's talk rarity. While it's true that millions of these quarters were minted, only a tiny fraction contain specific minting errors that drive collectors absolutely wild. These are not your average quarters. These are rare variants that slip through the cracks at the US Mint, making them unique and incredibly valuable. Some of the most coveted error types found in the 1999 Pennsylvania quarter include double die errors, where parts of the design, especially the text or the image of the statue, appear doubled under magnification. These errors happen during the striking process when the die misaligns ever so slightly, creating a shadow-like duplicate image that's visible to the trained eye. Then there are off-center strikes, where the entire design appears shifted to one side, leaving part of the coin blank or unbalanced. These are visually striking and very desirable among collectors, especially when the date is still fully visible. Another highly valuable variation is the clad layer missing error. Modern quarters are made of a sandwich of copper and nickel, but in rare cases, the outer layer is missing, leaving the coin with a distinct coppery appearance and a totally different weight and feel. These are highly prized for their uniqueness. Some even show signs of being struck on the wrong planchet, for example, a quarter design stamped on a nickel or dime-sized blank. These wrong metal errors are ultra-rare and can fetch jaw-dropping prices at auctions. And it doesn't end there. What really elevates the value of a coin like this is condition. Collectors look for coins in MS, mint state, condition, basically. Coins that are uncirculated, clean, and free of major scratches or marks. If you combine a mint error with top-tier condition, you're looking at a coin that's not just rare, but practically a unicorn in the collecting world. Now, if you're thinking, there's no way a quarter I find in my spare change could be worth anything, think again. These coins have been found in circulation. Some collectors have pulled these gems out of old rolls from the bank, estate sale coin jars, or simply by sorting through forgotten change. So yes, it's absolutely possible for a rare coin to end up in your hands without you even knowing it. And here's where it gets really exciting. One particular 1999 Pennsylvania quarter, featuring a rare minting error and preserved in pristine condition, has been valued at a price that might just leave you speechless. Are you ready for it? That one small, shiny quarter, just 25 cents face value, was estimated to be worth $76,000. Yes, you heard that right. 76,000 US dollars for a single coin you might have overlooked in your pocket or change jar. That's enough to buy a new car, put a down payment on a house, or take a dream vacation around the world, all from one rare piece of metal. So, what should you do now? First, start checking your change. Look closely at any 1999 Pennsylvania quarters you come across. Use a magnifying glass, study the details, check for doubling, misalignments, off-center strikes, or unusual coloring. And if you think you've found something special, get it appraised by a professional coin grader or dealer, because in the world of coin collecting, knowledge is power, and sometimes it's also cold, hard cash. Top 3, we're spotlighting a coin you might already have sitting in a drawer or hidden in a forgotten jar. The 2000 New Hampshire State Quarter. Now, before you brush this off as just another quarter, take a moment to really think about this, because one of these coins has sold for a price that would make anyone's jaw drop. So stick around, because you'll want to hear every detail of what makes this coin so rare, so valuable, and so fascinating. Let's start with the basics. The year 2000 marked the second year of the United States Mint's revolutionary 50 state quarters program. This program was created to honor each of the 50 states with a custom-designed quarter released in the order they joined the Union. For New Hampshire, the honor came early. It was the 9th state to enter the Union, and its quarter tells a powerful story about identity, freedom, and nature. The reverse side of the 2000 New Hampshire quarter features the Old Man of the Mountain, a famous rock formation that once jutted out from the White Mountains. It looked like the profile of an elderly man's face carved by nature itself. This natural monument was more than just a geological marvel. It was a beloved symbol of New Hampshire's rugged spirit and independent character. And to the right of the old man, there's a bold inscription, "Live free or die." It's the state motto of New Hampshire, and one of the most powerful phrases ever placed on American currency. It embodies a fierce commitment to liberty that's deeply woven into the state's history and culture. Now, here's where things get interesting. Even though millions of these quarters were minted and entered circulation, not all of them are created equal. In fact, a few extremely rare versions of the 2000 New Hampshire quarter have something that makes them incredibly special and incredibly valuable. We're talking about mint errors, and if you've been collecting coins for a while, you already know how important those two words can be. Let's break it down. Point one of the most sought-after errors in the New Hampshire quarter is the off-center strike. Imagine a coin where the entire design is slightly shifted, leaving a blank crescent along one edge. The further off-center the strike is, while still showing the full date and important design details, the more valuable it becomes. Another error to watch for is the double die error. This happens when the coin is struck more than once by the die, causing a subtle doubling effect in the letters or imagery. On this quarter, you might see it in the word New Hampshire, the state outline, or even the details on the old man's profile. A doubled inscription or feature is rare, striking to the eye, and can instantly multiply the value of the coin. Then there are planchet errors, where the metal blank used to make the coin wasn't prepared correctly. Some New Hampshire quarters were accidentally struck on the wrong type of planchet, like one meant for a foreign coin or a different denomination entirely. These are ultra-rare and prized beyond belief by collectors. Another standout variation is the missing clad layer error. Modern quarters are made with a layered metal composition. If one of those layers is missing, the coin will appear coppery and much different from others in your pocket. If you spot a New Hampshire quarter with that copper tone and it passes the weight test, you could be holding a serious rarity. But that's not all. Condition plays a huge role too. Most quarters have seen years of wear, bouncing around in pockets, change jars, and cash registers. But a mint state or uncirculated coin, meaning it's crisp, clean, and shows no signs of wear, will command a much higher price. Now, combine that perfect condition with a rare mint error, and you're looking at something that serious collectors will compete for. And here's the kicker. While many of these coins are worth just a few cents over face value, and some might bring in a few $100s if they have minor errors, one special version of the 2000 New Hampshire quarter shocked the collecting world. It had a rare mint error, was found in near-perfect condition, and created a bidding frenzy when it surfaced. The final price? Hold on to your seat. That one quarter, just 25 cents in face value, was valued at $73,000. Yes, $73,000 for one small coin that could be hiding in your spare change right now. That's the power of knowledge, patience, and a little bit of luck. And that's why collectors stay passionate, excited, and always on the hunt for hidden gems like this one. So what should you do? Start looking through your change. Search those old coffee cans, piggy banks, coin albums, and even those forgotten drawers in the kitchen. Take a closer look at any 2000 New Hampshire quarters you find. Check for errors. Examine the condition. Compare it to verified error types online. And if you think you've found something special, get it authenticated by a professional grader. It could change your life. Top 4. We're about to explore one of the most exciting quarters ever released in the United States. One that's not only packed with American heritage, but could be hiding in your coin jar right now. Worth way more than you think. Today, we're talking about the 2000 Virginia State Quarter, and you're going to want to listen very carefully, because this small coin has a very big secret. Let's rewind a little and set the stage. The year is 2000. The Y2K panic has just passed. America is celebrating a new millennium, and the U.S. Mint is in full swing with one of the most ambitious coin series ever launched, the 50 State Quarters program. This was more than just a change in your pocket. This was history in the making. Every few months, a new state was honored with its own uniquely designed quarter, and in late 2000, it was Virginia's turn. Now, Virginia isn't just any state. It's where America began. Known as the birthplace of the nation, Virginia played a central role in the early chapters of American history. So it's no surprise that the design chosen for its quarter is nothing short of epic. The reverse of the 2000 Virginia quarter features the three ships that carried the first English settlers to the New World in 1607: the Susan Constant, Godspeed, and Discovery. These vessels brought settlers to Jamestown, the first permanent English settlement in North America. The coin proudly bears the inscription, Jamestown 1607 to 2007, commemorating the approaching 400th anniversary of this monumental moment in American history. But here's where it gets really exciting, especially for coin collectors and those who love rare finds. Even though hundreds of millions of these quarters were minted, only a tiny fraction have something that makes them incredibly rare and unbelievably valuable. We're talking about minting errors, and if you're into coins, you already know that's where the big money hides. Let's dive into the kinds of errors that can turn an ordinary 2000 Virginia quarter into a collector's dream point. One of the most coveted is the double die error. This happens when the coin's design is struck twice by the die, just slightly misaligned. On the Virginia quarter, this error might show up in the ship riggings, the text, or even in the fine details of the sails. That doubling can be subtle, but once you spot it, it's unmistakable and extremely valuable. Then there's the off-center strike, which is exactly what it sounds like. Instead of the design being perfectly centered, the image is skewed to one side, sometimes leaving a blank arc on the coin. This happens when the coin blank isn't properly aligned in the press. These errors are immediately noticeable and extremely collectible, especially if the date is still clearly visible. But wait, it gets even better. Some of these Virginia quarters were struck on the wrong metal blank, a phenomenon known as a wrong planchet error. Imagine a quarter struck on a dime or foreign coin blank. The size is off, the color is different, and it feels totally unusual. These types of coins are incredibly rare and always draw big attention at coin shows and auctions. Another standout error is the clad layer missing error. Quarters are normally made with a copper core and a nickel coating, but occasionally, the outer nickel layer is missing, revealing a rich coppery tone. If you come across a Virginia quarter that looks unusually red or brown instead of the usual silvery tone, take a closer look. It could be one of these rare minting mistakes. And of course, the condition of the coin is absolutely critical. A quarter with an error is valuable, yes, but a coin with an error in mint state condition, meaning untouched, uncirculated, and free of wear, takes that value to an entirely different level. Coins like that are graded by professionals and can score as high as MS 68 or MS 69. That's nearly flawless. Now, let's talk about collector appeal. Why do collectors chase coins like the 2000 Virginia quarter? Well, for one, it's a piece of American history in your hand. It's beautifully designed, full of meaning, and a snapshot of the beginning of the United States. But add a rare error into the mix, and suddenly it's not just a coin. It's a treasure. These rare coins often show up in the most unexpected places, at the bottom of a drawer, in a handful of change, or in those rolls of quarters from the bank you forgot to return. And that's why so many collectors love this hobby. It's like a never-ending treasure hunt, where even something as small as 25 cents could be a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. So now, here's the moment you've been waiting for. Among the many Virginia quarters floating around the country, there exists a version featuring a dramatic minting error preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition that shocked the coin collecting community with its value. And that coin? That tiny piece of American metal, it has been valued at $70,000. Yes, you heard that right, $70,000 for a single quarter. Just imagine finding that in your change from a grocery store run or inside a coin jar in your attic. So what should you do? Start looking. Check your change. Go through those old coin rolls. Examine any 2000 Virginia quarters you come across. Look for off-center strikes, double dies, unusual colors, or coins that just feel different. And if you find one that catches your eye, take it to a certified coin grader or a reputable coin dealer. You might just be holding something truly priceless. Top 5, we're taking a trip to the heart of the American plains. That's right, we're talking about the 2008 Oklahoma State quarter. At first glance, it might look like just another beautiful design from the 50 State Quarter series, but stay tuned, because some versions of this coin have sold for astonishing amounts. If you've got a coin jar collecting dust, this might be the moment to give it a second look. Let's dive right into the details, because this isn't just a quarter. It's a symbol, a piece of American history, and in rare cases, a golden ticket for collectors. The Oklahoma State Quarter was released in 2008, one of the final coins in the legendary 50 State Quarters program. This series ran from 1999 to 2008 and was one of the most popular coin programs in U.S. history. Each coin represented a different state with a custom design reflecting its unique culture, history, or natural beauty. For Oklahoma, the design is something truly special. The reverse side of the coin features the scissor-tailed flycatcher, the official state bird of Oklahoma, soaring with elegance across the sky. Below it, wild Indian blanket flowers bloom, adding a vibrant, symbolic touch. The bird's wingspan stretches across the face of the coin, and the movement in the design gives it a feeling of freedom and grace. The scissor-tailed flycatcher isn't just a bird. It's a symbol of the open skies and the rugged spirit of Oklahoma. But as beautiful as this design is, what turns this coin into something extraordinary and potentially life-changing is what happens during the minting process. Because while millions of these coins were produced, a very small number contain errors that make them incredibly rare and highly desirable in the world of coin collecting. Let's talk about those errors. Point one of the most talked about and valuable issues is the double die error. This occurs when the coin design is struck twice by the die, but the images are slightly misaligned. If you look closely at certain Oklahoma quarters, you might notice that the lettering, numbers, or even the feathers on the flycatcher appear slightly doubled or shadowed. These errors are rare, and when found in pristine condition, they skyrocket in value. Then, there's the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not properly centered during the minting process. The result? Part of the design is shifted to one side, leaving a visible blank crescent along the edge. These kinds of errors are instantly noticeable and extremely valuable, especially if the date and mint mark are still visible. Some even more exotic errors include wrong planchet strikes, where the quarter is accidentally struck on a blank intended for a different denomination, like a nickel or even a foreign coin. These mistakes are ultra-rare, and because they're so unusual, collectors are willing to pay a premium for them. Another favorite among collectors is the clad layer missing error. Quarters are normally made of a copper core sandwiched between two layers of nickel. But when one of those layers is missing, the coin looks dramatically different, often appearing as a reddish or bronze tone. These coins stand out instantly and are incredibly collectible. But here's where it gets really exciting, especially if you're a collector who knows the importance of condition. You see, a rare mint error is only half the story. When you find that error in uncirculated condition, or better yet, in a high mint state grade, like MS 67 or higher, you're talking about a coin that could fetch huge offers from serious collectors or auction houses, and the 2008 Oklahoma quarter is no exception. While most of these coins are still only worth 25 cents, a select few, those with dramatic mint errors and exceptional preservation, have broken through expectations and shocked the collecting world. Now, for the part you've been waiting for. There exists a 2008 Oklahoma State quarter with an extremely rare minting error, paired with a high-grade mint state condition, that has been valued far beyond anything you'd expect from a simple pocket coin. That coin has been valued at $67,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $67,000 US for a single quarter. That's the kind of coin that makes you want to go back through every jar, drawer, and coin roll you've ever owned. And the best part? These coins are still out there. They're not locked away in museums. They've been found in circulation, in bankrolls, at garage sales, and in forgotten collections. So if you've got a 2008 Oklahoma quarter, or a whole batch of quarters from the state series, it might be time to give them a close inspection. So what should you do next? Start by carefully examining your Oklahoma quarters. Look for any doubling in the text or design. Check if the coin appears off-center, looks like it's missing a layer, or feels different in color or weight. Use a magnifying glass if needed. And if you think you've found something special, get it graded and authenticated by a professional coin grading service. It might be worth far more than you ever imagined. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want more stories about hidden treasures, rare coins, and unbelievable finds, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a chance to discover value in unexpected places. Until next time, keep searching, stay curious, and remember, Your next quarter might just be worth $67,000.